Welcome back to the CryptoWorld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is range bound in the short term, but on the larger timeframes is on the edge of potentially a massive breakout, same as Ethereum, which I'll talk about later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just giving you a really quick update here on the 4-day Bitcoin chart. And right now, the price of Bitcoin is still running into this important horizontal resistance, which means as of right now, this giant cup and handle pattern on the 4-day time frame is not yet confirmed. It has completed the formation phase, but in order to actually confirm this pattern, we need to see a confirmed breakout above this resistance, with ideally a weekly candle close above around 31,000. But with that being said, even though the Bitcoin price is still running into this important resistance on the larger timeframes, obviously we're still technically within a larger multi-month long bullish trend. This trend has not been invalidated because obviously we're still seeing significant higher lows and higher highs here on the larger timeframes. And now if you're taking a look at the daily Bitcoin chart, once again the price is still running into this important resistance, which I have here in between around 30,000 to 31,000. And as for the daily Bitcoin price oscillators, first of all, the daily Bitcoin MACD is showing reduced momentum in the shorter term, obviously as we are playing out that short-term cool-off in the form of a lot of choppy sideways price action in the shorter term. But this is what has been needed because, as I've been saying almost every day over the last 1 week or so, we need to see this short-term cool-off to help reset the daily Bitcoin RSI. Because once again, as I said around a week ago, the daily Bitcoin RSI entered into overbought territories, meaning basically in the shorter term, we are overheated. We went too far to the upside too quickly, and we needed some time to cool off, which can play out in the form of either sideways price action or a bit of bearish price action, because both sideways price action and bearish price action can help to reset the RSI back down towards more neutral levels. And obviously over the last 1 week, as this short-term cool-off has been playing out, we have seen the daily Bitcoin RSI reset from those overbought territories, which is now technically giving Bitcoin some more room to the upside. And as you can see here, this has happened time and time again throughout this larger multi-month long bullish trend. Obviously, anytime where the daily Bitcoin RSI enters into overbought territories, that usually means we're about to see a short-term cool-off, which can either be some short-term bearish price action or simply a sideways consolidation, which based on these previous examples usually lasts for around 1 to 2 weeks before potentially heading higher. And obviously we have already seen around 1 week worth of sideways price action, so it's possible we could see another 1 week worth of this type of price action, which once again can help to reset the RSI, which can give us some more room to the upside if we eventually resume that larger multi-month long bullish trend. And in that case, if we eventually resume this trend with a breakout above this resistance at around 31,000, then in that case, I'll next be looking at around 37,000, because that is simply the next major Fibonacci extension. And throughout this larger bullish trend, these previous Fibonacci extensions have been significant levels for the price of Bitcoin. And so as I've explained more about in recent videos here on the channel, it only makes sense to next target at around 37,000 if we first see a confirmed breakout above 31,000. But remember, just in the imminent short term, talking about the next few days, it's actually still likely we're going to see a bit more of a short-term cool-off in this sideways consolidation to help reset that RSI. And now, if you're looking at a smaller time frame like this 2-hour Bitcoin chart, we can clearly see that as of right now, the price of Bitcoin is basically in a sideways price range in between this support and this resistance. First of all, this area of support I have here sitting in between around 29.9k to around 30.1k, and this area of resistance I have in between around 30.8k to 31k. So at least for now, in the shorter term, once again, I'm still leaning very neutral. I am not overly bullish or overly bearish in the imminent short term, because we're basically in a choppy sideways price range. And now, if you want to know how to make a lot of money very easily in a sideways price range just like this, then stick around to the end of this video to find out more. But first, getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the daily ETH to US dollar chart, and right now the price of ETH is continuing with that bounce from this important support, which is sitting at around 1820. And once again, as I've been saying almost every day since the beginning of this year, the larger bullish trend is still currently intact. We're still seeing larger higher lows and higher highs on the larger timeframes. And as for the daily Ethereum price oscillators, first of all, the daily Ethereum RSI is actually looking relatively neutral because it's basically chopping around sideways around that middle area, while the daily Ethereum MACD is currently looking more bullish than bearish. So basically, overall on the larger timeframes, of course, we're still looking bullish, but with that being said, on the smaller timeframes, over the last 1 week or so, obviously we have been experiencing a bit of a short-term pullback all the way up until the last 1 day, which is where we've now seen a retest back into this important area of resistance, which is of course the golden pocket sitting in between around 1930 to 1940 approximately. And as of right now, at the time of recording this video, we have not yet seen a confirmed breakout back above around 1940. But if we do end up seeing that happening, if we end up seeing a confirmed breakout above 1940, then in that case, the next important target, or the next resistance I should say, is sitting at around 2020 based on this previous high and also based on the 78.6% Fibonacci level. And in a more bullish scenario, if we actually see a breakout back above 2020, then in that case, the next important resistance to look forward to would be simply these previous highs at just above 2.1k. And now if you're zooming into the shorter term, this is on the 6-hour ETH to US dollar chart. Once again, right now, as of recording this video, the price of ETH is running into this important resistance, but it is on the edge of a potential breakout as we are getting very close to the top side of this resistance. We just need to see that extra confirmation with some candle closes above around 1940 to actually confirm this breakout. And as for support, once again, we still have this previous descending line of resistance now acting as new support, which was sitting right here at around 1815, exactly where we saw this perfect bounce. But as of right now, if we were to pull back down to that level, it is now sitting closer towards around 1.8k. And in a more bearish scenario, if we actually broke back below 1.8k, then in that case, we also have this area of support sitting in between around 1750 to 1780. And as for this previous bearish divergence, which I've been talking about almost every day over the last 1 week since all the way back up here, as of right now, we do have some invalidation signals confirmed for this bearish divergence. The first signal being simply a breakout in the RSI above this descending line of resistance. And on top of that, we are now forming higher highs in the RSI alongside higher highs in the price action, which is another invalidation signal for this previous bearish divergence. So at least as of right now, this previous bearish divergence is now invalid. We do not currently have an active bearish divergence in the short term, but with that being said, it's possible we could form a new bearish divergence because obviously, as you can see here, the price of ETH is forming a new higher high in the price action in the candle closes, while also still forming larger lower highs in the 6-hour Ethereum RSI and also on slightly larger timeframes like the 8-hour chart, for example. And so once again, this could be a new bearish divergence forming, but as of right now, we still need to see some extra confirmation to actually confirm this potential new bearish divergence, with ideally some more candle closes confirming in the red to actually cement this lower high in place in the RSI, because otherwise, if the price simply breaks out above this resistance at around 1940, and then in that case heads up towards around 2000, where that next resistance is sitting at, then in that case, obviously, that would help to pull the RSI further to the upside, potentially creating either some horizontal or higher highs in the RSI, which obviously in that case, if we have higher highs in the RSI and higher highs in the price action, then there's no divergence there at all. And so this is why we need to see some more confirmation to actually confirm this possible new bearish divergence. But as of right now, at the time of recording this video, we currently do not have any active bearish divergence in the short term, at least for now. But either way, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the price is going to the upside, to the downside, or simply chopping around sideways like it is right now, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money automatically using artificial intelligence, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from a choppy sideways price range like this. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.